Imagine walking into the most beautiful restaurant you've ever seen. Crystal chandeliers sparkling, everyone dressed like they stepped out of a magazine. That was me, Grace Ellison, on December 12th last year. For the first time in 9 years, my fiancé Tristan had brought me to his family's secret holiday dinner at La Vue, the kind of place where one bottle of wine costs more than most people's rent. Tristan's family, the Kensingtons, were the definition of old money. Trust funds, private islands, their last name on hospital wings. Me? I grew up sharing a bedroom with my little brother in a 2-bedroom apartment while Mom worked double shifts as a nurse. But Tristan always swore none of that mattered. He said I was the love of his life. That night, his mother, Victoria, actually smiled at me, a real smile, and said, "Grace, sweetheart, this table is for family only, and tonight, that includes you." My eyes filled with tears. 9 years of being Tristan's girlfriend. 9 years of excuses why I wasn't invited to the real events. And now this? I felt like I'd won the lottery. The champagne flowed. Tristan's dad, Charles, raised his glass to the newest member of our family. I was floating. Then dessert came. The waiter, a gentleman with silver hair, walked straight to me and placed the leather bill folder right in front of my plate. I opened it. $2,200. Victoria dabbed the corner of her mouth and said softly, "Grace, you were so sweet to insist on treating us tonight, to show your gratitude for finally being welcomed. I never said that. Not once." Tristan stared at his phone like it was the most interesting thing in the world. That was the moment the dream shattered. Let's go back, because a betrayal this big doesn't happen overnight. It's slow. It's quiet. It chips away until one day you don't recognize yourself. I met Tristan when we were 23. I was waitressing to pay for night school. He walked in wearing a watch that cost more than my car and smiled like he already knew I'd fall for him. 3 months later, he said, "I love you." 8 months later, he moved me into his penthouse. A year after that, he proposed on a private beach in Turks and Caicos with a ring that made my hand feel heavy for weeks. But the little cuts were always there. His mom called me the waitress with a laugh, like it was cute. At family gatherings, I was seated at the kids' table, even though I was 28. Every Christmas, Tristan promised, "Next year, babe, they'll come around." Next year never came. And the money? Oh, the money. Tristan's business deals always needed one more investment. 20,000 here, 15 there. I cashed out my 401k. I took extra shifts. I told myself I was investing in our future. Every time I mentioned setting a wedding date, he'd kiss my forehead and say, "Soon. Mom just needs a little more time to see how perfect you are." I believed him. God help me, I believed him. Back at the restaurant, $2,200 staring up at me like a slap. I laughed, a broken sound, and said, "There's been a mistake. I never offered to pay for everyone." Victoria gave me that pity smile, rich people perfect. "Darling, you did. Last week, you said it would be your gift to the family for accepting you." Tristan finally looked up. "Grace, just pay it. We'll talk later." His sister Olivia hid a smirk behind her wine glass. His brother Hunter was filming on his phone. My card was declined. Of course it was. I had $1,100 in my checking account after paying rent. The table went dead silent. Victoria sighed theatrically. How embarrassing. For you, I mean. The waiter looked like he wanted to hug me. Tristan slid his platinum card across like a hero. The family thanked him. Thanked him. Then Victoria added, loud enough for 3 tables to hear, "This is exactly why we said she wasn't Kensington material." I stood up on legs that didn't feel like mine. I looked at the man I was supposed to marry in 5 months and asked, "Did you know?" He couldn't even look at me. "Grace, sit down. You're making it worse." That was all the answer I needed. I walked out. The cold air hit my face, and I threw up behind a parked Mercedes. The next morning, Tristan blew up my phone. "Babe, it was a misunderstanding. Come home." I didn't go home. I went to my mom's and cried until my ribs hurt. Then I started digging. First discovery, our joint wedding fund? $94,000 I had saved. Gone. Transferred to an account in Tristan's name only. Second discovery, the venue, the flowers, the band, every deposit made from my personal account, every contract in his name only. He could cancel tomorrow and pocket the money. Third discovery, I logged into his cloud account. He never changed his passwords. Emails to his mother going back years. "Mom, she's getting pushy about the wedding." "Keep her sweet until the new yacht is paid off. She's covering the loan." And the one that broke me. The dinner humiliation is set. Once she's publicly embarrassed, she'll crawl away quietly. Olivia's ready with the camera. They had planned the whole thing like a military operation. I sat in the dark until morning, and something cold and sharp grew inside my chest. I didn't key cars. I didn't slash tires. I went ice cold and perfectly legal. Step 1. I reported every suspicious transfer as fraud to the bank and froze everything. Step 2. I contacted every wedding vendor with bank statements proving the money was mine and threatened legal action if refunds weren't issued immediately. Step 3. I called a journalist friend who writes for the biggest society gossip site in the state, the same one that kisses Kensington ass every week. Step 4. I waited for their favorite night of the year, the Kensington New Year's Eve Gala. Black tie, 500 guests, live streamed to donors all over the world. 10 minutes before midnight, Victoria walked on stage in a $40,000 gown to give her annual speech about family values and generosity. The massive screen behind her was supposed to show heartwarming photos of smiling children they supposedly helped. Instead, the screen lit up with my evidence. Bank records, emails, the restaurant receipt with my decline card circled, a slow-motion clip Olivia had posted, then deleted, of me running out crying. 500 gasps all at once. Phones came out faster than champagne corks. Victoria's mouth opened and closed like a fish. Tristan lunged for the projector cords. Too late. The live stream chat turned into fire. They robbed her. Is this the family that lectures us about morals? By the time the ball dropped, 3 major sponsors had already emailed withdrawals. By morning, the gala had raised less than half what it did the year before. And by the end of the week, the police called me. Tristan and Victoria were under investigation for theft and fraud. 10 days later, Tristan showed up at my mom's apartment with roses and tears. "Grace, please, it was all my mother. I was weak. I love you." I let him finish. Then I handed him a printed copy of the article. 3.1 million views and climbing. I showed him the stack of refund checks that now had my name only. And finally, I held up the engagement ring in a little plastic bag. "You wanted to teach me I didn't belong at your table," I said. "Lesson learned. I don't want a seat with liars and thieves." I shut the door while he cried on the welcome mat. 8 months later, the Kensington name is toxic in every room it used to own. Tristan moved across the country. Victoria deleted every social account. Their gala this year was canceled due to renovations. Me? I got every single dollar back, plus damages. I started my own little catering company with the money I fought tooth and nail to reclaim. My very first client? This sweet waiter from LaView who watched the whole nightmare. I'm dating again. Someone who thinks I hung the moon, not someone who thinks I'm a walking ATM. Here's what I need you to remember. Never beg for a seat at a table that only keeps you around when you're useful. The moment someone shows you that you're disposable, believe them the first time. Walk away, build your own table, and watch the right people beg to sit with you. If this story hit you in the chest, drop a heart below and tell me what city or country you're watching from right now. I read every comment. Which part made you the angriest? Let me know. And if this video fired you up, smash that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear they're worth more, and subscribe for more stories of betrayal turned into beautiful, brutal justice. You deserve people who protect your heart, not ones who break it for sport. See you in the next one.